Okay, guys, so if we're looking at this equation, are we all understanding the heading? The variable is in the denominator, right? We have a fraction, 60 over p, and the variable, the thing that I have to solve is in the denominator. Now, in your homework, there were a few questions, 2 or 3, where the variable was in the numerator, right? Where it was like m over 2 or p over 3, whatever it was. I can't remember now. That's easy to do because you just say to yourself, what am I doing with the number at the bottom? I'm dividing. So on the other side, I'm dividing. These ones are not as simple. Okay. The first step, though, that we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this minus 1. That's easy to do. Everyone can at least do that. What is the opposite of subtracting 1, guys? Adding 1. Good. So I'm going to say I have my 60 over p here. On the other side, I have a 5, and now I must add 1. So we're left with 60 over p equal to 6. And you're going to get 1 more for that. Okay, even if you're not quite sure what to do with that p at the bottom, if you just do that plus 1, you get 1 mark already. Now, usually we would say, what am I doing with the number? Right? And then we do the opposite on the other side. But now, guys, because the variable is in the denominator, we actually have to ask ourselves, what am I doing with the variable here? If something is over p, what am I doing with that p? I am right? Dividing by p. So now what we're going to do is we're going to times the other side by p. Okay, we don't want that p at the bottom. So we need to actually have our 60 here and then say 6 times p on the other side. Which we won't normally actually do. Hey, we normally get rid of a number. We do the opposite of what's adding or so on. But now, because that p is in the denominator, we have to times the other side by p. So what am I left with here? 60 is equal to 6p. Normally our p or whatever the variable is on the left-hand side, but guys, we're still going to work in exactly the same way. Now we say here, we want to get p, hey? We want to know what p is equal to. So what number is now with p? 6. What am I doing with the 6 over here? I'm timesing, right? Timesing by 6. So now on the other side, I have to divide by 6, right? What's the opposite of timesing by 6? Dividing by 6. So now it just looks a bit different, guys. The numbers are now on the left and the variable on the right. I'll show you now a different way of writing it. But you can do it in this way. Okay, it doesn't matter on which side your variable is. So what is 60 divided by 6? 10. So 10 is equal to p. And I'm writing the numbers for p there, the actual value of p. You can see that it's 10, right? So you can leave it like that, guys. If you want to, at this step, where you have your 60 equal to 6p, the nice thing about an equation is you can actually just swap the two sides around. So you can literally just say, I want p on the left, so I'm just going to swap the two sides around. Okay, you are able to do that. Do those two things read the same? Do they mean the same thing? 60 is equal to 6p, right? That's the same as 6p is equal to 60. All right, so you are absolutely allowed to just swap two sides of an equation around. Okay, you don't have to do anything, you just swap it. Now you're going to say, this looks more familiar, hey, where the p is on the left. Now you say, what am I doing with 6 now? I'm multiplying by 6. So on the other side, I would have to divide by 6. That's the opposite of multiplying by 6. So you're going to do 60 divided by 6. So p is... One of those ways of writing after it, right? You can leave it with the p on the right-hand side, that's going to be fine. Or if it makes you feel more comfortable, do it like that. On the other side, you can. But this is the important thing, guys. This is the strange thing about this type of question, is that we are now having to get rid of that p at the bottom. So we times by p on the other side. Okay, that's something that we haven't done before yet. Any questions on that one? Okay, I'm going to give you another one quickly just to do on your own. Let me just go back. And then we have those square root ones as well. Okay. Oh no, I thought you were speaking to me now. Okay, guys, number 2. Number 2, I'm just gonna make this one up. Which is maybe a bit risky, but okay, let's go for it. 10 over p plus 4 is equal to -6. Yeah, I would like you guys to do that one on your own, please. Remember, guys, when we're solving an equation, we do BODMAS backwards, so you must first get rid of that plus 4. I'm going to say, what's the opposite of adding 4, and then do that on the other side. Okay, do that one quickly. I'll give you a little bit of time, and then we'll look at it. So it would be 1, 2, it was 3. Okay, all done? Okay, there we go. -1. Yes. Final answer then, -1. Let's take a look, guys. First, you say the opposite of adding 4 is subtracting 4. Okay, so -6 minus 4. Maybe you made a mistake here. Remember, we work with your mistake going further on. Okay, so -6 minus 4 is going to give you -10. Now, because you have that p at the bottom, you need to say I'm dividing by p. So the opposite of dividing by p is going to be multiplying by p. Okay, so -10 times p is just -10p. And on this side, at the top of that fraction, you have 10. So that is what's left there. So guys, here is where you can now swap your two sides around if you want to. Don't have to, but if you want to, that's a perfectly fine. Either way, you need to look at what's happening to p here. Do we notice that I'm multiplying it by -10? The opposite of multiplying by -10 is dividing by -10. So you do that regardless of what side you're working on. So now 10 divided by -10 is going to be -1. Okay, so p is -1. I did say this already, but I'm just going to say again, it would also be 3 marks for this, so 1 mark for that, for basically doing the opposite of +4, you get a mark. Then for doing the opposite of dividing by p, you get a mark, and then for doing the opposite of multiplying by -10, you will get your third. Yeah, we'll find guys. All right, another note. So the next heading is equations with variables on both sides. Write that down, please.